At a university on the outskirts of Saigon, there was a small club named Silent Frequency, founded by third-year student Quoc Bao. The group specialized in researching spiritual phenomena, urban legends, and low-frequency sound waves. With homemade equipment, they believed that the 0 Hz frequency, a frequency the living couldn't hear, was the bridge between the spirit world and the realm of the living. After a few experiments in an old classroom and an abandoned cemetery, Quoc Bao decided to pick an old deserted rental room, where a mysterious death occurred more than 20 years ago, to carry out the biggest experiment yet. The Silent Frequency group consisted of Quoc Bao, the team leader, serious, passionate about science and spirituality; Nhun, the newest member, sensitive, often had ominous feelings; Min Hua, Nhun's best friend, cheerful, funny but extremely afraid of ghosts; Lin Kai, a bold, adventurous girl who loved discovering the unknown; Vin Kang, the quiet one, who had experienced something eerie in the past. That night, they met up at room number 203, where someone had once hanged themselves, to conduct a séance using the 0 Hz wave. The sound of the motorbike died out in the yard. Nhun took off her helmet and quietly turned to Min Hua. Nhun tilted her head, eyes filled with hesitation. "Are you sure? I still feel like something's not right." Min Hua laughed and patted her friend's shoulder. "It's fine. That room hasn't been rented out for months. Now our group's just doing research. Quoc Bao's already got all the equipment ready. We'll just sit in there for a bit and leave." Nhun silently nodded, pulling back her messy hair. The rental room was tucked away at the end of the row, with a rotting wooden door and a dusty corner window. The wall still had dark blotches, like handprints from someone once clawing at it. Quoc Bao was already waiting inside, holding a homemade wave detector. He looked up when he saw the two of them walk in. Quoc Bao jerked his chin, signaling, "Lock the door. From now on, no one steps out." Min Hua hesitated, joking to ease the tension. "You planning to trap us here till we die or something?" Quoc Bao frowned, his gaze serious. "Be serious. This is a real test. Someone died in this room back in 1998. They say the girl's restless spirit still lingers here. Tonight, we'll broadcast the 0 Hz frequency, see if anything responds." Nhun clenched her hands, her lips trembling. What if something really does?" A female voice came from behind. Lin Kai pushed the door open and smirked. "Then we ask what she wants. And go home. Ghost stories. Come on." Vin Kang followed in silently. Without saying a word, he quietly pulled out a chair and sat in the corner of the room. His eyes lingered on the dark-stained wall at the far end, as if he saw something distant. Quoc Bao flipped the switch on the device. A series of blue LED lights flashed. A faint static hum echoed. The small speaker emitted a low-frequency sound, trembling like a voice from the bottom of a deep well. Min Hua swallowed hard, glancing at Nhun. "You can still back out. You know." Nhun took a deep breath and sat down beside her friend. "We started it. Might as well finish it." The speaker suddenly made a long static, reek, sound, then fell silent. Quoc Bao held the mic, his voice calm and low. "If anyone is here, give me a sign." The room grew colder. A breeze slipped through the door crack, making the old curtain rustle. From the corner, the sound of water dripping onto the tiled floor echoed steadily. Lin Kai scoffed, shaking her head, all made up. But just as she finished speaking, the microphone in Quoc Bao's hand vibrated. A hoarse voice echoed through the speaker, "Don't." Everyone jumped. Min Hua blurted out, screaming, "What the hell was that?" Quoc Bao frowned, gripping the mic tighter. Who's here? Who are you?" The sound in the speaker flickered in and out, but a broken sentence rang out slowly. "Get out of here." Nhun felt a chill run down her spine. She looked around, her gaze unconsciously landing on the back wall. A streak of water had smeared down like fresh blood. Vin Kang spoke up, his voice rough. "Stop it. I'm serious, don't mess with this stuff." Lin Kai raised an eyebrow. "Scared now?" Vin Kang shot up, eyes tense. This isn't a joke. I've been through something before. Min Ho's eyes widened. What happened? He didn't answer, just stared silently into the dark corner of the room, where a dusty old mirror stood. The foggy surface faintly reflected the shape of a person. But Kwok Bao insisted. No, we have to keep going. We're almost there. He adjusted the volume knob, and the speaker emitted chaotic static. Suddenly, a faint laugh echoed from somewhere. Yun sat close to Min Hua, her trembling hands clutching the hem of her friend's shirt. Hua, did you hear that? Min Hua nodded, face pale. Yeah, someone was laughing. Kwok Bao looked around, eyes gleaming with excitement. That's right, she's here. Suddenly, the mirror in the corner of the room cracked, a jagged fracture spreading like claw marks. Vin Kang cursed and grabbed Kwok Bao's shirt. I said stop, but it was too late. The speaker let out a blood-curdling scream. A distorted tone, a sharp female voice echoed each word. You, all, die? The lights in the room went out. Everyone panicked. The only light now coming from Min Ho's phone, hastily turned on. Yun gasped. Her eyes locked on the corner of the room. In the dim glow, a figure in white with long hair covering her face stood right by the wall. She didn't move, only tilted her head bit by bit, her black hair falling down. Min Hua stammered, tongue-tied. And who is that? Yun didn't answer, tears streaming down her face. She realized that figure was exactly the one she had seen in her dreams these past few nights. Lin Kai screamed and rushed to the door, but it wouldn't open. Kwok Bao ran over to help, but the door felt like it was being held tightly from the outside. That eerie laugh echoed again. Vin Kang shouted, "We're screwed, we're trapped." The speaker emitted one final sentence. Die with me? Outside, it was already pitch dark, only the faint streetlight casting a dim glow on the moss-covered wall. Inside room 203, the silent frequency group was in a full-blown panic. The wind howled through the crack in the door, the torn curtain fluttering as if someone outside was brushing against it. Min Hua trembled, clutching his phone tightly, the screen casting a weak light. He swallowed hard and tapped Yun's shoulder, who was curled up in the corner of the room. And are you still alive? Yun nodded slightly, her face pale green, voice barely audible. I heard it whisper, right in my ear. Vin Kang's eyes were glued to the darkness at the far end of the room, where the cracked mirror reflected their distorted images. He whispered, voice gravelly, "Something's wrong. It hasn't left." Kwok Bao's face was tense as he tapped repeatedly on the wave detector. Though the speaker had gone silent, the screen still showed constant vibrating signals. No way, Kwok Bao muttered. The frequency fluctuation is this high, which means that entity is still here. Lin Kai stood pressed against the wall, her eyes filled with fear though she tried to stay calm. She looked at Kwok Bao, voice blunt. Now what? We've had enough. Open the door. Kwok Bao exhaled sharply and rushed to the door. But this time, no matter how hard he tried, the lock wouldn't budge. It was as if an invisible hand was holding it from the outside. Min Hua grew anxious. Open it now. I've been hearing something right behind me all this time. Yun shrank into herself. Cold sweat poured down her back as she clearly heard the squelching sound of footsteps behind the old curtain in the corner. She whispered, Who's standing there? Everyone turned sharply. No one, just the curtain fluttering in the wind. But suddenly, Min Hua screamed and pointed at the mirror. Oh my God, look in the mirror. In the cracked mirror, a figure was clearly reflected, long hair, white dress, head bowed low, hand touching the floor. Vin Kang clenched his fists and stepped forward. Lin Kai panicked and grabbed his arm. Hey, are you crazy? But Vin Kang shook his head, his voice hoarse. I have to know. I need to know why. He walked forward step by step, inching toward the curtain. His footsteps echoed through the silent room, making Min Hua and Yun's hearts skip a beat. Yun clasped her hands in prayer, eyes shut tight. Please, don't touch it. Just as Vin Kang pulled back the curtain, no one, just an empty, pitch black space behind it. Vin Kang exhaled sharply and turned around. There's nothing. A high-pitched laugh screeched right by his ear. His eyes went wide as his whole body was pushed backward. Min Hua rushed to catch him. Kang, hey, are you okay? Vin Kang panted, eyes still fixed on the same spot. Someone grabbed my leg, I swear. Lin Kai looked around, gripping her phone tightly. That's it, no more. Call someone to break down the door. Suddenly, NH Yuen spoke. Her voice choked. There's no time. She pointed to the device on the table. The wave monitor was flashing red non-stop. Kwok Bao panicked. Oh no, the spiritual signal is increasing. Min Hua was so scared his limbs went limp. Then what now? Someone help us, please. Suddenly, Min Ho's phone vibrated. The screen showed a strange number. All zeros. Oh. Min Ho's eyes widened. Who the hell is calling now? He didn't dare pick up. But the phone speaker turned on by itself. A whispering female voice came through. Hoarse and broken. Die, all of you? The whole group went silent. The phone speaker let out a faint buzz. Then the screen went completely black. NH Yuen held her head in her hands. Tears streaming down. I told you, don't call her up. Somewhere in the room, the sound of water dripping echoed steadily. Vin Kang lifted his head. His voice icy cold. Did anyone hear crying? Everyone held their breath. Sure enough, from the corner of the room came a mournful, heartbreaking sobbing. The voice of a girl. Sobbing, choked as if being strangled. Lin Kai bit her lip. Oh God, it's here. Kwok Bao clutched the device, trying to stay calm. No, if it wanted to kill us, we'd be dead already. It's keeping us here. NH Yuen whispered. For what? The crying stopped. A piercing laugh filled the air, making everyone's scalp tingle. Then, the cracked mirror shattered. Through the swirling dust, the faint figure of a girl with long matted hair, in a blood-stained white dress, appeared. Her face was blurred beneath her hair, but her black, hollow eyes, deep like bottomless pits, locked onto the group. Min Hua stammered, Oh God, oh God? Vin Kang stepped back, voice breaking. It's real. That girl raised her hand and pointed directly at Kwok Bao. Her voice echoed through the room, dragging. You called me up? Now, die with me? Kwok Bao turned pale. No, I just wanted to prove. Shrill laughter rang from all four corners of the room. The curtain suddenly slammed down. Min Ho's phone sparked, the battery heating up. NH Yuen shut her eyes and sobbed. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Suddenly the phone light went out. The room plunged into thick darkness. Only the eerie laughter remained. Creeping in, a loud, sharp explosion. Everything went silent. Room 203 was swallowed by thick darkness. No more phone lights, no lamps, only the pounding of hearts in each chest. NH Yuen sat collapsed on the floor, arms over her head, breathing heavily. Her ears rang, but the cold laughter still crawled through every corner of her mind. Min Hua whispered, voice trembling, and are you still there? NH Yuen nodded weakly, her lips bleeding from biting so hard. I can hear. From one corner of the room, a faint light flickered. It was Kwok Bao's wave detector. Though one side was broken, the LED still blinked wildly. Vin Kang snapped, turn that thing off. It's drawing her here. But Kwok Bao didn't listen. His face was pale, sweat pouring down, hands trembling as he hugged the device. Eyes empty. He muttered, No way, it can't be this strong. Lin Kai looked around, trying to stay composed. She stepped toward Kwok Bao, yanked the device from his hands, and threw it to the ground. That's enough. You want to die here? She growled. The machine shattered. The sound waves in the room abruptly went silent. Only the sound of dripping water remained. Plip, plop, like blood dripping from the ceiling. Min Hua suddenly recoiled, face drained of color. He pointed toward the wall, trembling. Oh God, look! Everyone turned. On the blood-stained wall, a human handprint was clearly visible, clawing and dragging downward. Dark red blood smeared across the floor tiles. NH Yuen whispered, lips trembling too much to speak. She's here. Vin Kang clenched his fists, face emotionless. I told you, we should have never played this stupid game. Min Hua clung to Nhuan's sleeve. Now, what do? We can't open the door. Can't call for help. Are we just going to sit here and die? Suddenly, Kwok Bao's voice broke. There's one way. Lin Kai spun around. Say it now. He lifted his head, eyes bloodshot. Give one of us to her, so she'll let the rest go. The air in the room turned to ice. Min Hoa's eyes widened. What did you say? Kwok Bao stared straight at Nhuan. She wants the one who called her. And you've been the strongest connection from the start. Give her, maybe we can escape. Nhuan froze, a chill crawling down her spine. No way. Min Hua immediately stepped in front of her. Don't you dare touch my friend. Vin Kang clenched his fists, stepped forward. You've lost your mind. Bao. Lin Kai looked at Kwok Bao with disgust. Are you even human anymore? But Kwok Bao screamed, eyes wild. If we don't, we all die here. She won't let go. The girls' laughter rose again, so sharp it made their heads throb. The wall began to shake violently, blood dripping in long streaks. The curtain ripped apart on its own. From the darkness, the long-haired figure silently crawled out, moving low across the floor. Nhuan sobbed, trembling uncontrollably. Min Hua squeezed her hand. I'll protect you. Don't be scared. Vin Kang stood in front of them, cold and calm. I'll handle this. Suddenly, a loud crack echoed. The ceiling split with a long crack. Blood dripped onto the floor. The girl lifted her face. A ghostly white face, two hollow eye sockets, blood dripping from her mouth. Her voice rasped, hoarse. Just one person? The whole group fell silent. Lin Kai panted, gritting her teeth. Son of a. Min Hua glanced at Nhuan, then looked back at the girl, trying to keep his voice steady. If we give you one person, will you spare the rest of us? A shrill laugh echoed, followed by a reply as cold as ice. One goes, the rest, live? Kwok Bao lunged and grabbed Nhuan. But Vin Kang reacted lightning fast. He punched Kwok Bao straight in the face, knocking him to the ground. You bastard! Vin Kang shouted, eyes bloodshot. Min Hua pulled Nhuan behind him. Lin Kai grabbed a broken piece of bed frame as a weapon. Even if we die, we won't betray our friend, she growled. That shadowy figure silently crawled closer. Its voice was slurred and sticky. Choose quickly? Vin Kang closed his eyes, taking a deep breath. You want the one who called you, right? The girl nodded slowly, hair covering her face. Kang clenched his teeth. Then, take me. Everyone was stunned. Nhuan panicked. No, Kang, don't. He gave a faint smile. I already cheated death once, it's okay. Min Hoa's eyes welled up. Hey, man? Kang turned to them. Live well. Don't mess with this stuff again. He walked forward slowly. The girl with long hair slowly rose to her feet. Her hollow eyes met Kang's resolute gaze. No one dared breathe. Only one step left between them. Kang closed his eyes. I'll go with you, okay? The girl gave a slight nod, then wrapped her arms around him. Her hair enveloped him completely. A flash of blinding light filled the room. A gust of cold wind swept through. The mirror shattered into countless shards. When everyone opened their eyes, Vin Kang and the girl were gone. No trace remained, only smeared blood and broken glass. Min Hua collapsed to the floor. Oh God, he's really gone. Nhuan sobbed, clutching her shirt tight. Lin Kai sat down, eyes still watery. The sound of cracking faded, and the room returned to silence. After the cold gust passed, room 203 fell silent again. Only the soft wind slipping through the door crack remained, like someone gently breathing. Min Hua sat on the ground, arms over his head. He didn't dare look around, just mumbled like someone out of their mind. Gone, really gone? Nhuan still sat in a daze, her eyes swollen red. She didn't even know if she was crying out of fear, shock, or grief for losing Vin Kang. It felt like her heart was being squeezed tighter with each beat. Lin Kai panted, leaning against the wall, still staring at the bloodied shards of the broken mirror on the floor. "No, this isn't over," she whispered. Kwok Bao sat slumped in the corner, eyes blank. Blood from Kang's punch still stained the corner of his mouth. He said nothing, didn't apologize, didn't regret, just sat there like a soulless shell. Yuan looked up, her voice hoarse. "Can we leave now?" Lin Kai quietly approached the door. She grabbed the handle and turned. This time, the door opened. No lock, no resistance, as if nothing had ever happened. Min Hua jumped up, shaking. Let's go now." He grabbed Yuan's hand and ran. Lin Kai followed behind, but just as she stepped through the doorway, a hoarse laugh whispered right beside her ear. "Not that easy?" Lin Kai froze, eyes wide. From the broken mirror shards, a black mist rose, curling. The figure in the white dress appeared again at the threshold. Yuan screamed, pulling Min Hua back. "No, she didn't leave." Min Hua trembled. "God, stop messing with us." Lin Kai gritted her teeth. "I've been in here with her long enough. I know, she's not letting go." Kwok Bao still sat motionless, unmoved. Lin Kai turned to him, eyes sharp. You're the one who opened the gate and called her. You stay." Kwok Bao let out a crooked laugh. "You think she still needs me? I'm already dead." Everyone froze. Min Hua whispered, What did you say?" Kwok Bao tilted his head. "None of you noticed, huh? Since Vin Kang disappeared, I haven't had a reflection in the mirror." The whole group went silent. Lin Kai glanced at a broken mirror shard. It was true. In the blood-smeared glass, only 3 reflections showed: Min Hua, Yuan, and herself. No Kwok Bao. Yuan choked. No way." Kwok Bao let out a laugh, his face pale, then slowly stood up. His hair began to fall loosely. His skin turned deathly white, his eyes black and hollow. His voice echoed, distorted. "I belong to her now." No one had time to react. Kwok Bao, or rather, whatever was wearing Kwok Bao's form, lunged forward and grabbed Min Hua tightly. Min Hua screamed, "Anne, help me." Yuan panicked and rushed over, pulling her friend's arm. Lin Kai also broke off a piece of wood and struck Kwok Bao straight on. But he didn't flinch. A cold laugh rang out. "No one escapes?" Suddenly, Yuan shouted, "Hua, go!" She yanked Min Hua toward the door. Lin Kai followed close behind. The room began to tremble violently. Behind them, Kwok Bao, with a twisted face, screamed all along. Chilling cry, "I'll be waiting?" Yuan and Min Hua burst outside. Lin Kai slammed the door shut just in time. The eerie laughter still echoed behind them. All 3 ran out into the courtyard, stumbling and collapsing from exhaustion. Min Hua lay on the ground, gasping, tears and snot all over his face. Oh God, that was terrifying. Yuan fell to her knees, sobbing uncontrollably. Lin Kai propped herself up, panting. "Free? Dead?" No one could say a word. In the distance, the alley light flickered. The landlord stood there, his eyes dark and shadowy. He spoke in a hoarse voice. "You kids really are dumb. That room, so many went in, none came back out." Min Hua looked at him, lips trembling. Why didn't you stop us?" The landlord chuckled softly. "You young ones, choose your own fate." He turned away, his silhouette slowly fading into the night. Lin Kai barked, "Let's go. Get out of this place now." The 3 of them helped each other away from the rental house. No one dared to look back. Only the wind howled behind them, and the pale moonlight shone down on the number 203 printed on the rotting door. The figure in white still stood there, unmoving. 3 days later, in a small cafe near the university, Min Hua, Yuan, and Lin Kai sat silently at a corner table. None touching their drinks. Their faces were gaunt, eyes sunken from relentless nightmares. The soft background music only made the atmosphere colder. Yuan gripped her cup of tea, speaking quietly. I still hear her, in my sleep." Min Hua nodded, eyes vacant. "Me too." Every night, I see your face. Bloody, with that laugh? Lin Kai bit her lip. Voice hoarse. I looked it up. In previous cases, other student groups went into that room too. They disappeared. Some went missing. Others went insane. She put her phone on the table. The screen showing an old news article. Bold headline. Room 203 site of the 1998 mysterious death and a series of disappearances. Yuan shivered. It's real. Min Hua stammered. So, what do we do now? Lin Kai looked directly at them both. Move out. Cut contact. Burn all the equipment. No one speaks of this again. She paused, her gaze darkening. Pretend those others never existed. Min Hua scratched his head. We're not reporting this to the police? Lin Kai gave a bitter smile. And what? Say it's a ghost? That spirits attacked us? They'll laugh in our faces. This has no explanation. Yuan clenched her fists, holding back tears. The three stayed silent for a long while. Suddenly, Min Hua pulled out an old phone from his jacket. Its screen cracked. He whispered, I picked this up before we ran, the one that played the 0 Hz signal. Lin Chi's eyes widened. Are you crazy? Why didn't you smash it? Min Hua hesitated. I was going to burn it, but I was scared, like she's still inside it. He placed the phone on the table. Yuan stared at the black screen. Suddenly, the phone vibrated. An incoming call. The number. Oh. No one dared to touch it. The cafe music stopped abruptly. The three turned. The staff at the counter was standing wide-eyed. Lips blue. Water pitcher spilling from her hand. All the other customers were gone. No one remained. Just the three of them. The phone kept vibrating steadily. Lin Kai clenched her fist. Smash it. But Yuan trembled. It's too late. The phone turned on speaker mode by itself. A raspy, groaning female voice echoed. You think you escaped? A cold wind swept through. The cafe lights flickered wildly. Outside the window, a girl with long hair stood silently, staring in. Her eyes were hollow, her face hidden behind hair. Min Hua gasped. She's here. The girl slowly lifted her hand, pressing it against the glass. A bloody handprint remained. The ghostly laughter echoed throughout the space. Min Hua fell off his chair. Yuan and Lin Kai screamed. The lights went out. Pure darkness. Only the shrill, chilling laughter remained, echoing endlessly. The next morning, the cafe owner opened the shop. No one was inside. Only an old phone lay on the table, its screen still glowing. One missed call. Caller. Oh. Recipient. The next one. Would you dare answer?